Buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show on a Monday, and I told you we'd have the return of someone that used to be on the show a long time ago, and it's happening, and it's very, very exciting. He's been kind of off the radio for a while, but back on with us now. A return. One of the most valued members of the Ron and Fez show of all time. And this is madness to have him in here. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Davey Mac Sports Program, Mr. Chris Stanley.
Thank you.
Welcome back on the air, Chris.
It's good to be back since last Wednesday. I love being here.
I can't believe how grown up you look now.
Let me tell you the excitement level here. So I got Chris Stanley back with the show. And what are you going to do this week? Three days?
You got me for 5.
Okay, going for the record. Very, very exciting, going for the record. How's everything with your home life? They're all worked out?
Everything's fine. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, good. And I know I had Shelby in an MRI over the weekend. I'll get to that. But then my favorite person in the entire world, Don Wiki Wickland, just came in here and gave me a lovely assortment of cigars. All class, Don Wickland. That's something Fez Whatley has never done, something Shelby's never done, something the returning Chris Stanley's never done. Did you shave your head?
No, I still have hair.
Oh, you're wearing your hat backwards. Okay, gotcha. All right, gotcha. Did you watch True Detective last night?
I kept my Lent in place, and I watched Chopped All Stars instead.
I got news for you, dude.
Yeah.
We ought to trade out your Lent. You really? Cannot have missed this.
It was insane.
Is that good?
It was fucking crazy.
I've never broken a Lent before. I can't do that.
I am a Catholic and almost good standing with the church, and I'm willing to be able to switch out your Lent so you could discuss this with us.
All right, well, I'll have to figure out what to switch it out to, but all I want to do is talk about this fucking show. I've been obsessed with it for the last 9 weeks.
You're going to be the only person not talking about it.
I feel like an asshole. You know what a dick I felt like watching at 9 o'clock, and I'm like, guess I'm going to watch Food Network.
Did you watch Cosmos last night?
No, I didn't watch Cosmos.
What's wrong with you? You're watching fucking Chopped All Stars instead of Cosmos?
I know, I'm an idiot.
Cosmos is a great show.
I know, I thought it was going to be on demand. It wasn't. I was pissed.
It's not going to be on demand. It's on TV.
They should get the TV shows on demand as well. What's Time Warner doing? Yeah, I had a terrible TV night last night. I know people are just talking about True Detective. People are writing about True Detective. People are loving True Detective. And I just feel like a dick watching Ted Allen give a person a basket full of fucking, I don't know.
I'm done with the vote-off shows. I don't watch people get voted off. There's no vote-off shows that I watch.
Chopped is like the number one show on Food Network. They play it constantly.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. Food Network stopped fucking being cool a long time ago. I can't even tell you the last time I turned on Food Network. I watched the Cooking Network a little more than that.
The Cooking Channel.
Yeah, that's it. Cooking Channel.
It's right next to Food Network.
I got an unmasked announcement to make. Play the big unmasked sounder. The big, ladies and gentlemen, we have an unmasked.
Who will be Ron Beddington's next guest on Unmasked? Let's find out.
Shelby, you're going to be excited about this one. Shelby is, would you consider yourself like a comedy nerd?
That'd be an accurate representation.
Are you a comedy nerd or a comedy geek?
I'm going to go with nerd. Geek has like that, tweaked out kind of feel to it.
Okay, you don't want to be seen as tweaked out. On the next Unmasked, and Shelby gets gay for comedians. There's certain comedians you're gay for, and this is one of them. And I'm very happy to say this right into your eyes. The next Unmasked, the very funny Todd Barry. The very funny Todd Barry.
Wow.
Will be the next Unmasked.
He's going to be here?
Yes.
Live?
Yes.
Like in front of me?
Yes. And I might even make you his coffee boy in the green room. Like, it'll be your job to make sure that his coffee is done.
Like, hey, like the example, like, hey, you take cream in that.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the example.
Nice.
Yeah, you
Got
know
this
how to
down
do
pat.
it. Let me tell you something about True Detective last night. It was so massive that HBO Go fucking got shut down.
Oh my god!
It crashed, as they say.
No, it's never crashed before. I've never heard of any show crashing it.
There was a point during True Detective last night, around when it turned into Friday the 13th, that I screamed out, "What in the Sam fuck is going down here?"
I mean, I think the whole 6-minute tracking shot earlier in the season was great. I had no idea they would do a whole episode of it. I mean, that just blew me away too.
Well, there was the weirdness of just that place that they had too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they found that weird place. I didn't know something existed. It looked like it would have been like Roman fucking ruins or some shit.
What the fuck is going on in this
Catacombs.
TV show?
Yeah, they were very catacomby. That's the word I was looking for. I call it, instead of catacombs, I just call it Roman ruins. Bez, you don't watch it either?
No, I've never watched True Detective.
You don't keep up with a lot of things on the show, huh?
She'll watch it, just shove it in my face. I can't believe I missed it, and I'm not gonna be able to watch it for 38 days.
Just break it.
Even now, though, I mean, what good is it? Last night you had to do it with everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, like 40 days from now, who's gonna even care?
I know, it's like you're sitting around talking about The Last Wire.
Hey,
Shows
guys,
are dumb when they're in the past.
The Sopranos. Can you believe that ending?
Exactly. It did have the feeling of the last night of Sopranos, where everybody was going, like there was tension before the show started.
I know that I had tension. I wasn't even watching. I was just annoyed.
Dude, you never should let me back you into that Lent. Stop me when I get into it. Because you're the one person I like to discuss it with.
I mean, I'll talk to you in May.
Now, you came to me about Fez this morning.
Yeah. Fez.
A complaint.
Yeah, Fez came in this morning. It seemed to me either sick or maybe even downed out. He came in this morning messed up.
I'm going to give you a prize for this. Fez was downed out this morning. I called him because I can't find my fucking badge to get in here. And by the way, it never did get put in the way I asked. So I had this fucking stand down there like a ham and egger yelling. And again, I yelled out, "What in the Sam fuck is going on?" But he answers the phone when I call him like this. And he's in the office. "Oh." And I go, "Did I fucking wake you up?" "Oh, no. I'm sorry. I go, "What is wrong with you?" And he goes,
Good God.
he couldn't sleep last night because I guess the fucking daylight savings time.
I hate daylight savings time, and
You don't have to be anywhere till noon. You're not affected by daylight saving time. Real people are. So he couldn't get to sleep and took a pill. What time did you take it?
I took the pill later in the evening, about 10.
Why?
Because I had gone into late Sunday night extreme panic.
How's it late Sunday night if it's 10? What are you panicking about on a Sunday night?
I don't know. It just all of a sudden it boils up in me, and I just go into a ball, and I took the pill, which I usually try not to.
Now,
but I have taken more in the past week than I normally do.
Now, how can you still be downed out the following day if you took a fucking Valium at 10?
The weird thing was I was up all night even after taking it.
What?
Like, it didn't put me out. I was still up by 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
How do you, by the way, how do you hate daylight savings time when you also told us you have sundowners? Shouldn't this make you even happier?
It's better in the... once it gets going, yes, it does work better for me. But the whole loss of an hour thing just plays on my mental problems.
How? You have a 3-hour day.
I don't, there's something about losing an hour that makes me feel like if I'm late if I'm going somewhere and I'm late, once I get there, I still can't calm down the whole time I'm there because I was late to begin with. This just feels like a whole day of being late.
Well, it isn't. You're not late for anything.
It's just, this is what time it is now.
You're not late, you're incompetent.
That's it.
That also plays into the panic.
So at 10 o'clock at night, you feel like you're having a panic attack.
Yeah, just
Because the night before was daylight savings.
Yeah, I mean, I had even tried to. I could feel it coming on in the afternoon, and just tried to go for like a really long walk, look at the sun, see that it's there.
You're getting more sun. More sun than you ever had before.
That's what I was trying to explain to myself when I went out on the walk.
Walkabout? It's just
What
an
are you
hour
looking at?
later.
Checking to see if the phones are working.
Well, why doesn't he just ask me?
Just want to know if the phone's working.
Why would you ask this little motherfucker to come over into my area? How many times have I said, say it on the air? You need to take a fucking pill too, Sundowners Jr.?
No, I don't need no pills.
Thought I was the juniors here.
You never do your bit. Hey, Kevin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I just wanted to congratulate you on getting Marion Barry for the Unmasked. I was wondering, could you ask him what's the best brand of steel wool to use in my pipe for me?
Well, first of all, let's not make fun of people who do crack. Everyone has. Two, it's Todd Barry, not Marion Barry, and he'll be here Tuesday, March 18th, 4 p.m. We're all excited. We were all excited.
I cannot wait for this.
Well, you're going to have to.
No, I'm not. I'm building a time machine afterwards, after the show today.
Now, if you wanted to come see me with Voss and Barney at My Wife Hates Me live podcast, you cannot. It's sold out. I have his put up his tickets available, but I heard it's sold out.
Yeah, it is sold out.
Why do I have the tickets available in front of me?
I don't know why that didn't get changed because I let everyone know it is sold out.
Who's in charge of this?
That's Shelby.
Okay, so everyone is Shelby. Shelby, never put something in front of me that isn't true.
All right.
You realize what kind of fuck up you are?
Giant one.
Why don't you go take a pill right now to deal with your fucking failure?
And he gets to watch True Detective and I don't? This is terrible.
Well, I don't.
You should have watched it, dude. It was fucking crazy.
It sounds like there were catacombs. I don't know how I'm not going to hear things about it. It's all people are writing about it on the internet. It's fucking True Detective.
There was so many bizarre fucking scenes in that.
Nothing's stopping you from watching it.
Yeah, honor and my Lent. I've never broken one yet.
Now, what is your connection to Lent when you do nothing else for the Catholic Church?
It's the one thing I feel I can do is just deprive myself of something I like for 40 days.
Because you just like the painful part of religion.
It's nonsense. It's good things, okay? And now I don't want to do them for no reason.
Look at me. I gave up Easter eggs. And I'm going crazy. And I can't wait till Lent's over. I'm going to find that basket and eat those Easter eggs.
These like chocolate eggs or what?
Did you give up anything for Lent?
No, I didn't give up anything for Len. I'd have to believe in something to give up something for it.
Did you watch Cosmos?
Yeah, I did watch Cosmos.
Then how can you not believe in something? Because that is such a mind fuck. How big and crazy the universe is and how small we are in space and time. We have barely been here.
Why did I watch Chopped? Why didn't I watch Cosmos?
Now, we've been around. Humans have been around for how long, do you think?
50,000 years.
You think?
I think so.
I mean, our recorded history is only, what, 3,000 to 4,000?
Yeah.
So the rest of the time we were just scratching in the dirt. And dinosaurs were ruled for 200 million years. So if Fez's 50,000 is correct, 50,000 versus 200 million. I say this. The chances are that God would probably be a dinosaur. Because they had it for 200 million years. 200 million years before we even got around to people scratching in the dirt.
God's a lot scarier now if he's just a giant velociraptor in the sky.
Well, they're not giant. You picked the one goddamn dinosaur that isn't gigantic. You dumb, Lenton, the only one who doesn't know about True Detective asshole.
No, it would be a velociraptor, but it would be just in gigantic size, you know? Like
No,
God.
you're Paleolithic eras.
Thank you.
What?
I'm glad Shelby's here. Alan in Boston, you're on the Run of Fez show.
Hey, Ron, $1,000,000.
$1,000,000, buddy.
Hey, I was just curious, man. If Ron is Fez is panicky all the time, how come Pepper Hicks doesn't give him some of that Fresno?
Fez, you want to get high?
First of all, there ain't no Fresno left.
The supply is low, from what I understand.
Low meaning gone for a long time, dude.
There's crumbs, dog, if that.
You want to get dosed? That's up to you.
I love that.
Leslie wrote in, Fez being affected by daylight saving time is like feeling jet lagged when going to Florida.
It's just 1 hour. Like my clock's automatically set. I don't even notice
No,
it.
nothing changes.
I despise it. It feels so weird.
There's nothing to do. No one is late for anything because all the clocks change on their own.
And they do it on the weekend on purpose so that nothing really can get fucked up.
And you don't have a 7 o'clock in the morning. Like if O&A came in here dragging ass today, if Sway said, I can't believe how tired I am, then I would believe them because those guys come in at 6 o'clock in the morning. We come in at 12 noon. There isn't a big difference between noon, 11 a.m., 1 p.m. It's the afternoon.
It's nice.
Just like it's impossible to be hungover on downs in this fucking shift because enough time has passed. You're making everything up.
I was up all Saturday night because I was like watching the clock on the cable box actually change, jump ahead an hour.
Oh, God.
And then last night, no sleep, even after taking the Xanax.
It's just an hour. Man.
Just go to sleep.
Why brag about being fucking unable to do the slightest thing? You're like someone who has a fucking phobia of shoes. You know what I mean? Like, you're making shit up. There's no fucking pressure to this. What time would it actually be now anyway?
Right now, it would be like almost 20 after 11.
So what's the difference?
What is that? What were you going to do with that hour?
There's a big difference between like 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's the extra hour of sleep. This doesn't affect our sleep. We work in the afternoon. There's nothing there. Then in the meantime, right, Fez, as a Bucks fan, is pissed at his team if they act like a Thursday game throws them off. Well, they're just making excuses. And you're sitting in your house all night crying because a clock is saying fucking 11 instead of 12 and you're freaked out.
Fez, you have to be the only person that gets anxiety over this, right? I mean, no one else.
I would doubt it. I think it messes with a lot of people.
Yeah, fucking people in the mental institutions.
They think the clocks are controlling their brains, so that's a whole different issue for them.
Tom in New York, you're on the Run of Fez show.
$1,000,000.
$1,000,000, buddy.
Hey, Pepper Hicks, just want to let you know that you can indeed watch Cosmos on demand if you have Time Warner. The Fox channel does have an on-demand feature, so
you're
watch
even
it
stupid
tonight.
about that.
Nice. I'll be checking that out later today.
Do you know that in one of the multiverses, Fez is probably incredibly cool?
He could be like just not. Does he have a mustache in this one, or is it just a cool mustache?
It's a beard, but he fucking combs it straight up.
What kind of shirts is he wearing?
There's another fucking multiverse where fucking Fez is saying to Ron, get it together, dude. Get your fucking shit together. First of all, Chris, it's great to see you back here.
It's great to be back. Thank you.
Yeah.
I guess there's a multiverse where I didn't take those days off either.
No, there's a multiverse where you worked 2 days last week. By the way, If you could go through infinite universes, there's none of them where Chris Stanley has his shit together. There's not one where he's organized.
I'll go searching for it one day like Sliders.
Could you do me a favor and just give me your badge to get in and out of here, since you rarely use it?
I use it all the time. I will give it to you though. You want it? It's kind of fucked up, but you can have it.
See, I keep mine really fucking nice.
Here, I'll have Howard run it in. It looks
I know
terrible.
it's in this building, and I want you to find it, Chris. I want you to tear this fucking building around.
I'm gonna fuck this place up.
Thank you, dude.
I'm gonna take a goddamn crowbar to the walls.
Jeff, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hey, Fez.
Yes.
The only person who should have any anxiety when the time changes is a person who owns a clock shop.
That's true. Bill in Long Island, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Hi, Ron. Fez, question for you. Instead of really obsessing and worrying about the clock turning, shouldn't you be worried about what you're going to be doing employment-wise in a few weeks? That would keep me up at night.
I'm just going an hour at a time right now.
I think you should try to put a little bit more time into it, if you could excuse the pun.
We can't.
We lost an hour.
What are you doing with all that, Fez? You working with Bob on it?
I have not heard from Bob yet.
He's getting out while the getting's good, huh? Do you think it'll come as a relief, though, for you?
No, once I resign, that'll be a relief, yeah.
I see fucking no. I mean, the relief just is no. You don't have to have this anxiety hanging in front of you anymore, you know? Like, oh my God, show tomorrow. Or I got to go to my shrink to find out why I did good on this show and not on that show. You'll have nothing but time on your hands then. All your worry time will be gone. Or you'll be sitting, one of those guys sitting in his house, fucking peeking out. Where's the mailman? The mailman's supposed to be here. What if they turn off my electricity?
I feel also Fez might just be outside on a chair, just like yelling at people also. Weird old dude.
I just see him and his mom like in those closing scenes from True Detective.
What?
Tell me what Granddad did to you.
Oh, man.
That was fucking madness.
I was crying and vomiting at the same time. I didn't know what emotions to feel. It was so amazing.
I don't want to hear what happens. I don't want to get ruined.
Well, we shouldn't have to be held back because of your weird fucking ancient religions.
Your lentil, whatever you call it.
Lent, Shelby, you know what it is.
I wouldn't mind if we had some lentils in here, though.
Or even some fennel.
I'll tell you what I want to know, where that fucking lost plane is. I kept waiting for that to turn up all weekend, and now they're saying, oh, it disintegrated midair probably.
Sure. And then they said they found like an oil slick. The oil slick isn't to the plane. It's just some other...
There's oil slicks all over the fucking ocean.
I know. And they thought they found some wreckage. It's not the wreckage. This thing is just gone. And you've heard about the two dudes with the stolen European passports, right?
Yeah.
How can it disintegrate in like midair? There's things that fall in from space that don't completely disintegrate, and they're going who knows how many through the atmosphere burning up.
How high was this thing flying?
Well, here's the other thing. They don't even have time to give a Mayday? No Mayday at all?
Yeah, no one picked up anything.
They did say they think maybe it tried to turn back around.
But who does that without fucking using the radio?
Yeah, that's just an excuse for we can't find this thing. So maybe they turned off course, and that's why we can't find it.
But we weren't going to be able to find it, whether it turned off course or not, if it hit the fucking ocean. By the way, good to know that those seats float, like they say. Those fucking seats don't do shit for you.
What a sham the airport industry is of saying that, yeah, I'm going to pay attention to the safety stuff at the beginning of the flight. No, I'm fucking good as dead, man. Just go to hell. I'm going to fucking keep a goddamn iPad on and treat myself.
If you look up to the front of the plane, this will be the part that probably disintegrates first.
What?
You heard me. There's a real good chance this thing could disintegrate.
Can I use my Zune yet?
Do whatever you want. Start drinking, run around the fucking cabin naked. We're fucked. Disintegrated. It's on Lost Island, dude. It's on Lost Island.
This is so fucked up.
If you're disintegrating, do you even bother putting that oxygen mask on the child beside you before fixing it to your own face, or you just fuck
It's
it
just
for
the
both
opposite,
of you?
you idiot. You put it on yourself before you put it on the child.
I never pay attention to those.
Because the last thing you want to do is be passed out and have a child with the mask on her face. She's fucking useless up there. Save yourself, then you can save others.
I just let the kid pass out. Screw it. Let him have a swift death.
Mike, you're on the Ron Fez show. Let's go over to Matt in Cleveland. Matt, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they should be checking for an electromagnetic pulse of some type because that dumb plane's probably on the Lost Island.
Yeah, okay.
There's just some Malaysian guy pressing a goddamn button in a hatch somewhere right now.
That show is just like True Detective. Nobody cares about it anymore.
Well, you know what? To me, True Detective is like the event. I can barely remember what it was about.
It just happened yesterday. I still care.
Dude, it was madness last night. Madness.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Will this be breaking line? Is the Yellow King show up? Like, do we learn about the Yellow King?
I don't think a lot of the clue stuff will satisfy you.
Oh. All right. Is any conspiracies like come into play, or?
I think this is like you watching it.
I don't think a lot of the clue stuff will satisfy you.
My favorite part, I did like when they both turned to each other and said, "Well, man, looks like we are both a couple of true detectives." And then they did that like high-fiving thing.
You, my friend, are a true detective. I will only say this. Despite the fact that people who went back, and I told you a long time ago, don't follow all those clues, just look at the crazy acting. But I'll bring this up to you, Chris. The people that are most upset about last night's ending, and you knew people were going to be upset, and this has never happened before, the nihilist. They are furious.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, that makes me fucking really curious.
Yeah, you should be. You should have just watched it.
I should have.
Stop being such a fucking asshole. All right, everyone's fucking sending me all kinds of, remember this plane crash. I don't want to sit around and remember every plane crash.
Let's just
Most
focus.
of them crash. Most planes crash. There's nothing you can do about it.
Look, just rolling the dice.
Charlie, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Little priest, a little to the right. Little priest, the acolyte. Show me your mask, little priest. Fez the Yellow King! Fez the Yellow King!
All right, Ray also writes this in. This is the thing. How can you tell if Fez is lying?
How?
He's talking. Lying liar can only talk about himself. That's from Ray in Pittsburgh. You are big on that, Fez. Lance in Louisiana, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, great show, guys. Ronnie, one of the creepiest parts last night of True Detective is when that lady and the Scarface dude were making flowers. We're going to make some flowers, Big Daddy.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know what this means. Then I'm going to be fucked over by it.
What are you doing?
What?
I thought you did this for the phone zone.
Get the fuck out of here, Shelby.
Just sit down.
5 minutes ago, I told you not to come over here. Now he comes over, starts working with this. I was asking him about something else, which Chris knows.
I thought you looked at the phones and then put your hands up. Like,
That was
what are
for
these
Chris,
things?
not you.
Mr. Center of the goddamn universe.
He
Shelby.
is. He is the fucking prettiest little MRI patient in history.
You guys talking about me? Because I'm right over here.
How'd you do with your MRI on Saturday?
It's a little stressful.
Yeah, it is. Did you have to go all the way inside the fucking barrel?
Yeah, well, they sent me to one place, but it turns out they sent me the wrong address.
Yeah,
and I was
that's New York,
freaking me out.
fucking-
And then go to that place, and then I'm in this thing, loud noises, supposed to take 20 minutes, took an hour. I don't like small spaces.
No one does. No one wants. You won't say anything when they're like, "Oh, I'm so happy I got an MRI." Look, somebody will be fucking rich if they fix the way to do MRIs. We don't think you're going to let us out.
Is that like how radiation? Is that what an MRI is? Because I mean, I feel like I'm probably going to have more in the near future.
You're probably Spider-Man from this point on.
Why can't they make a giant tube? You know, just a giant tube, like the size of the room, the size of the studio. Make a giant MRI tube. And just people walk in, they fucking cross their arms, hang out.
Hold on, let me yell out Eureka, because you fucking found it, my friend.
Well, it's already loud enough that you're in a little tube. I don't know how loud a giant tube would
Let it be
be
as loud as possible, but can I get more than a fucking quarter of an inch away from my face? I don't trust you to pull me back out. You're fucking garbage.
I'm going to start working on this giant MRI tube.
I'll fucking snap your neck.
I mean, it couldn't be more than some PVC.
So excited about the Todd Barry Unmasked. Make sure you jump on this today. Now, you are going to lose an hour of today's show as we leap back for daylight savings.
That's just what happens.
Shrek actually started late like a fucking lunatic. She missed when we were talking about her.
What a weirdo.
Why, cuz what a weirdo.
Who gets screwed up by daylight savings?
You weren't even fucking here last week, Chris.
2 days. I missed 2 days.
The two most important days in Ron and Fez show history.
I mean, the people that walk through here, I couldn't believe it.
Well, not only that, but
terrible timing.